Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is about 3:15. I had to leave early, meeting my dad and sister for dinner tonight. We've had a very nasty day in the markets, and it's been a slow day, but we gapped down and we've had no real sustained bounces today. And when you look on here and you see the AEMA, this line here, you can see that we struggled to break and hold above it. We got above it really just once during this time period during from 1 to about 2, and now we're just off the lows here with about 45 minutes to go. When you look at the daily chart, okay, volume, yeah, a little higher than it's been, but it's only 40 million shares. Usually on a distribution day like this, you would expect 150, 200 million. We're not even close. We are just off the 50-day. So the 50-day is at 541.58. We've come down here today, 541.81. We're right into that area. This is a big spot. If we cannot hold this spot, right, we come under that, you're looking right here. We're into this little gap area, 540.30. So 540.30, you got a $3 gap down to 537 area. And there is your 5% pullback on the SPY as well. So we'll see what we want to do. We have another gap now to trade against to the upside, so we'll see. Why are we selling today? Most will tell you it's because of Google and Tesla, and that's probably correct. The market just not liking their earnings and decided to use that as an excuse to sell. We'll come back to AMD. The Qs have been obliterated, right? One big gap, you got another big one here. We're down. We're down about probably about 8% at this point, and your 10% correction there is at 453.16. So the Qs have a lot more going on here, a lot more selling. Small caps, the IWM still holding the 8-day, still very strong. Energy today held in. The financials today still holding in under the 8-day, but JP Morgan just breaking below it just now. It's been on it all day long. Goldman's still on it. Still some strength there. The VIX, guys, is signaling risk off. So we talked about, risk on signal the other day when it got back in the Bollinger Bands. It's back out again. We're up into the 18 area now. So now we got to see where they want to go. We have VIX pushing up for the first time in a couple months. Last time it spiked up into the 2150 area. You can see here it's not even to 20 yet. So we'll see how far this wants to go. They're not running the bonds. Bonds are weak. They're kind of coming down here. Gold had a nice little update, but has reversed and come back down. And the dollar, trying to strengthen, but not doing much. The semis not acting well here. You got another big gap down here on the semis. This gap has now been filled. So the semis showing some weakness. They were our leader. So, we now know the semis were our leader. We have another gap to fill. The 100 days looming down here around 237.47. NVIDIA is going to need a miracle at this point to recapture the 50-day. It's lost it here. That's up at 117.99. It's currently trading down under 115. You see coming up, you have that gap at 101. A lot of people have been talking about that. It could fill. We'll see. Long way to go to there yet. But momentum lost. AMD lost a 200-day with power today, all the way down to this 145 area. Not exactly what I want to see. I do own some. I'll be adding to it here at some point. 141 area is your next big level to watch there. So you're seeing some weakness all around the sector. SMCI getting hit, Dell getting hit. They're just kind of coming around and hitting different names. Tesla, we've talked about this a lot this morning. Well, we have a nice big gap to trade to the upside now. I like it under 520. I'm sorry, 220. We'll see. I think it might want to come down and test that 200-day and that 50-day. So I'm being patient instead of buying it here. You have this gap it's into here. Didn't quite finish filling this gap. You have it comes all the way down here to roughly 210 area, and then there's your 200 days sitting down here at around 205, and the 50-day coming up. We'll see. Was it a good report? No, it wasn't a good report. But Tesla often doesn't have good reports. It's really all about the vision of Elon there, and we'll see. So we'll see how much further that one wants to come down. Google, just not a lot to love about that report. While they beat on EPS and revenue, their YouTube revenue was a big miss, and they're getting smacked today. Their guidance wasn't anything special, and they didn't have anything really great to say about AI on this one at this time. So again, beaten up a little bit. We'll see. Still into this channel, still kind of holding it. This candle right here, and your low there is 169.44 is your level to hold. And then everything else just getting hit with it, whether it's Microsoft today, breaking down towards the 100-day. Amazon, which was so strong yesterday, back down to the bottom of this range. I like that 180 area for now. Meta, which always moves with Google, we get a big down move on this one as well, back into this 460 area. And even Apple seeing some weakness in it today. Finally broke below the 21-day with some power. So the question is, how much longer is this going to last and how far it's going to go? When you do look at things going on out there, just a couple of things of note. The oscillators, we're not there yet. We're not even close on the oscillator, so this can go on a little longer. This is not a fast, violent sell-off. It's a slow motion sell-off. We have earnings tonight, and I am not around for them, unfortunately, but tonight we have earnings from IBM is the big one. We have Chipotle, ServiceNow, and Las Vegas Sands. You got Honeywell, American Airlines, and Southwest tomorrow. Tomorrow night, nobody really of note. BMI on Friday morning. We do have PCE on Friday morning as well. So with that said, guys, I'm going to wish you an early good night and hope you guys are well. And thanks for hanging today. I know it's not been the easiest and most fun day. I made some nice money on Google. I traded with stock and options, caught that bounce nicely, and I was just called it a day there and did not want to chase shorts at that point. So we'll see where on the morning. Everybody have a wonderful evening.